Welcome back to Spiritual Workings. Today we are going to be looking at how to read tarot cards. Tarot is a form of divination which was originally brought to Europe sometime in the 14th century. Many believe that it was brought over from Asia or Africa by gypsies, but it seems that tarot cards actually predate gypsies. Tarot cards were originally created just like any other playing deck, like blackjack and poker. Tarot cards specifically had the Major Arcana created around archetypes. For those of you wondering, the Major Arcana is the first 22 cards in the tarot deck. There are 78 cards in general within a tarot deck, with the other cards being known as the Minor Arcana. Today, we will be focusing on the Major Arcana. So, I find the best way to understand the meaning behind the cards in the Major Arcana is, in fact, to follow the story of the Fool's journey. Every great story starts with a beginning, and in tarot, it all starts with the Fool. The Fool represents new beginnings, innocence, and a sense of adventure. Numbered as 0, the Fool is a blank slate, ready to embark on a journey filled with endless possibilities. With a carefree spirit, the Fool takes the first step, not knowing where the path will lead, but trusting the process. Early in the journey, the Fool encounters the Magician, symbolizing the discovery of personal power and potential. The Magician teaches the Fool about the tools and resources at his disposal. Next, the Fool meets the High Priestess, representing intuition, mystery, and the unconscious mind. She encourages the Fool to look inward and trust his instincts. At this point, he's gaining some wisdom. As the Fool continues, he meets the nurturing Empress, who embodies growth, abundance, and creativity. She teaches the Fool about the importance of nature and nurturing. Following the Priestess, the Fool meets the Emperor, a figure of authority and structure. The Emperor imparts lessons of discipline, order, and the value of rules and leadership. At this point, the Fool is developing insights. Onward, the Fool encounters the Hierophant, a symbol of tradition, spirituality, and education. This meeting encourages the Fool to seek deeper knowledge and understanding through established systems and beliefs. Then the Fool faces a pivotal choice with the Lovers. This card is about relationships, values, and decisions, teaching the Fool the importance of choices in shaping his path. As the Fool is overcoming challenges, next he meets the Chariot, symbolizing determination, willpower, and triumph over obstacles. The Chariot encourages the Fool to harness his inner strength to move forward. The Strength card follows emphasizing inner courage, compassion, and self-control. The Fool learns that true power comes from within. In Solitude, the Fool meets the Hermit, who represents introspection and guidance. The Hermit teaches the value of reflection and the wisdom found in seeking inner light. Now, as the Fool is becoming enlightened and reaching a transformation, the Wheel of Fortune introduces him to the concept of life cycles and the role of fate. It teaches that change is inevitable and that adaptability is key. Justice follows, highlighting fairness, truth, and karma. The Fool learns the importance of accountability and the balance of life's scales. Encountering the Hanged Man, the Fool experiences a period of suspension and surrender. This card teaches about letting go and seeing things from a new perspective. Through death, the Fool learns about transformation and the end of cycles. It signifies profound change in the shedding of the old to make way for the new. Temperance follows, representing balance, patience, and moderation. The Fool learns to blend different aspects of life harmoniously. The Devil confronts the Fool with the shadow self, materialism, and bondage. It is a reminder of the chains we often impose on ourselves. The Tower brings sudden upheaval and revelation. It symbolizes the breaking down of false structures to rebuild a strong foundation. At this point, the Fool is reaching a sort of enlightenment in his journey. The Star brings hope, inspiration, and serenity, guiding the Fool towards a brighter future. The moon challenges the Fool with illusions and fears, urging him to confront and understand his subconscious. The sun brings clarity, joy, and success, representing the Fool's arrival at a place of enlightenment and vitality. Judgment follows, symbolizing reflection, reckoning, and a new beginning. The Fool evaluates his journey and is reborn. Finally, the Fool reaches the world, the culmination of his journey. It represents completion, fulfillment, and the unity of all experiences. The Fool's journey is a powerful allegory of our own life's journey. Each Major Arcana card is teaching us something about the human condition to help us to grow, learn, and ultimately find our place in the world. Now, as you are going out and trying to decide what tarot deck do I want to buy for myself, well, there really is no simple answer to that. I think the best way to go about it is to follow your intuition. By that, I mean simply go out and find whatever cards call to you. Maybe that's at a bookstore or a metaphysical shop, or if you're shopping online. I will say that a lot of people believe that you have to be gifted a tarot deck. For me personally, I don't follow that. If you want to practice that, then by all means, but I find that my tarot cards work perfectly fine for me when I've gone out and bought them for myself. And in fact, I think oftentimes when I do buy them for myself, my intuition guides me in the ability to find the deck that is best for what I need. I will leave a link down below to cards that I recommend, so if you guys are interested in any of those, then definitely check them out. Now, as you're going out and looking at different tarot decks, you might start coming across different names on some of the Major Arcana cards. For example, one deck I use, which I will leave down in the link below, represents the Empress card as the Green Woman, and the Hermit card as the Hooded Man, and so on and so forth. It's not that any deck is right or wrong on that. There's just the traditional way that the cards were named versus how they've been adapted over time. Now, with that said, there are also Oracle card decks, so don't be confused by finding a deck which is for readings and divinatory use. If it says Oracle cards or reading cards but not tarot cards, then that's simply implying that it doesn't follow the traditional tarot deck. So a traditional tarot deck, of course, is going to have the Major and Minor Arcana cards. If they're changing some of the names or not, it's still a tarot deck. And you may actually find that you prefer one or the other. I can definitely make a video about exploring Oracle cards in the future and some of the decks that I've used over the years. As for today, I would recommend if you are going to go out and buy a tarot deck, or let's say you already have one and you're not sure about how to use it, start with the Major Arcana. It's a smaller number of cards to learn, and I think by using the Fool's Journey as a guide, it'll start helping you to understand how to read the cards. If you're just starting out, maybe try practicing just reading it from an upright perspective versus being able to read the cards with a reverse meaning. As you start getting a little bit more advanced, feel free to start using different spreads and looking at the cards from different perspectives. And something I would definitely recommend is reading the book that comes with the tarot deck. Not all decks do, but like this one, Tarot of the Sorceress, does come with a book that you can explore. But if you buy a deck that doesn't come with one, that's really fine. You can also look up the meanings online. That way you can start memorizing them. Next video, we are going to dive a little bit deeper into reading tarot and some of the tools that I use when I'm reading tarot cards, such as spreads I might use during a reading, tools that I might practice with, and so on and so forth. Anything that might be able to help you understand how to read tarot cards. So it's looking like we're going to have probably another 2 videos within this mini-series on tarot. It may end up taking more or less. We'll just kind of go with the flow and see where it goes from there. If you guys have any questions, then let me know down in the comments below. If this video was helpful for you, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed it, then leave a like. And I'll see you guys next time for more on spiritual workings. If you'd like to schedule a reading with me, I have a link down in the description below for how you can get in contact with me about scheduling an appointment. I highly recommend checking out this video over here for a meditation on meeting your spirit guides, or this video right here on how to read runes. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.